Good evening, YouTubers. This is your zip code Farik. Matt Shiny here in the 92805 zip code in Southern California at the ZCF Studios on this Saturday early evening, August 9th. And the zip code for the week is in the upper Midwest. Another Wisconsin zip code, 54835. The name of the place is Exeland. Exeland. Exeland, Wisconsin. 142.6 square miles in area, and there's a total of 962 people here. So very spread out. There's a couple other towns as well, Meteor, and also another place called Weirgor, and no doubt people that just live in the unincorporated part of Sawyer County, where Exeland is. And this also goes a little bit down to Russ County, which is just to the south. For my family member that went to college there in Wisconsin, they're in Ashland, which is on Lake Superior. This place is 85 miles southwest of Ashland. It is also not that much farther to Duluth, Minnesota, 114 miles northwest, or rather, it's 114 miles northwest to get to Duluth. It is actually closer to the big cities in Minnesota than it is to Milwaukee or Madison, northwest Wisconsin after all. And the area is really a recreation retirement place and area, which is surprising to me. I'll get to that in a second. Exeland is the only town in the United States that's called Exeland. And it's called that because in 1907, the Arpin Lumber Company decided to run a railroad into the area to cut trees down and sell them. And it crossed the Wisconsin Central Railroad coming through to form an X. And then a village sprung up around the intersection because of the X. So there you have it, someone using their education for a town name. And they pretty much cut all the trees down and then sold it out to farms and for platting of this village and a few others in the area. It is still, lumber is still a big part of what goes on here, but it's second growth, I imagine, because all the records I could find say that all the trees were cut down. And then they planted the village in 1920. The area is actually close to what's known as Hayward Lakes, which is a recreational area. What's amazing to me is that people would want to retire here if you're from the upper Midwest and or can handle cold weather, you don't have any ailments that make it a problem for you, then fine. But looking at the growing season might be a clue as to why it's a thing. The area only has 112 days for a growing season. That's 16 weeks, so maybe 4 months on the outside. And plants and people are more similar than you would think when it comes to surviving things. So, or at least flourishing. Plants, I mean, we have a lot more resources than plants do, obviously, but when you have 8 months out of the year where there's a chance of frost, freezing, snow, etc., and you're old, I don't know. And maybe you guys can weigh in on this and what you think. It's definitely a continental climate. According to you Copen nerds out there, it would be DFB, warm summer continental. This it is for sure. And that brings us to mid-May, mid-September is basically when people grow things here. Right now it's 73 degrees because it's full summer, 88% humidity, low of 67. Sunday, high of 82, low of 59, cloudy. Monday, high of 79, low of 60, windy. Tuesday, high of 83, low of 54, showers. Thunderstorms later in the week. Notice how the temperature's already going down to the 50s. It is more than halfway, just barely, between the equator and the North Pole. It's above the 45 north line for latitude. Look at the globe. So it's a transition zone really between your typical eastern United States deciduous forest and what they call the boreal, which is the north woods. And there it has mixes of both the conifer trees and the boreal forest, that is your pines, your spruces, and such, and also your hardwoods, your maples, your basswoods, your and birches and things. Although birches really are part of the boreal forest biome as well. So this is Exeland, Wisconsin. And if you like, hit like, leave a comment in the comment section below. Oh, by the way, if you're a snow person, this is definitely a place for you. 40 to 50 inches a year. There are places in Wisconsin that get more than that, but it's a pretty good start. So enjoy. If you like, hit like. If you don't like, hit don't like and leave a comment anyway. I don't care. It's great. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.